This is going to be best of 5, TRK versus Zen. TRK and Zen, one of the most anticipated matches. Pretty much in the 1v1 scene right now. I think these are probably the two highest rated players who have yet to play against each other. And I think it's about time we get this one started. The first round of the Salt Mine 3 EU Stage 1 playoffs is underway with Zen against TRK. Winner will advance all the way to the final on their side of the bracket. Loser will have one more chance later on to get to that stage. Zen is off to a flyer, 1-0 with a simple flick. TRK in no man's land. And like I said, this is one of the most anticipated matches that Zen has yet to play. Zen went on a gauntlet at the start of the year, playing against just about everyone. And TRK, I think the best player yet to play him. He wasn't active at the time as Zen burst onto the scene, but he's certainly active now. Finishing very strong in Group A with a win against Rawas. And that was after a pretty bad game 1 as well. TRK very good at adapting to his opponent. Let's see how quickly he can adapt to Zen today, who's definitely in a category of his own when it comes to playstyle. TRK kicking things off as he often does, with a slow play from a low aerial from close range. If Rawas versus Naupo is best of 7, that's probably just a mistake on Jorby's overlay. It's all best of 5s today. Best of 7s will start in the top 4. It's going to be all best of 5s until then. Zen and TRK both have that extra life to play with at the moment. But it's a pretty scary matchup later on today for the loser of this one, just to let you guys know what's coming next for the loser of Zen versus TRK. Well, that'll be the winner of Moxie against Oski. Most people expecting Moxie to be the favorite in that one. And both TRK and Zen have had trouble with Moxie in the past. So not a path you really want to be taking. TRK is already up 3-1. This is a great run of play for him. In fact, it might be 4-1. Zen is miles out of the game. TRK scores back-to-back kickoff goals to take a 3-goal advantage. Zen walking right into TRK's strong side on that one. Let's see how he's going to try and adapt to stop these kickoffs from completely brutalizing him. He went for a bump on TRK there. TRK saw it coming and actually now has a boost advantage and forces Zen into the net with an immediate shot. It's another strong position for TRK. Will he get a goal straight away? Not this time. Zen keeps it away from him. Still TRK with the advantage in the position. Brings it down. Low 50s it, but Zen actually does really well to follow that one. It looked like he might be bouncing over the top of the ball. Zen followed it well. Now into the air goes Zen. First good chance in a while. He hasn't got a flip reset. He's going for the bump, and he gets it. From deep inside his own half, Zen decides to play for the air double bump. Catches TRK as TRK comes off the back wall to try and defend it. A bit unusual to see Zen starting off his aerial game with an air double bump. Great mix-up. Most people would expect him to be looking for an early reset on his first few aerial plays of the game. This time he's got his flip from the ceiling recovery. TRK blocks him at the perfect time, right as he's landing. Zen continues the attack. Pre-flip. Bit wayward with that one. Has to concede possession here. That was not the planned move there from Zen. Looked like he was trying to set up the flip reset that we've actually yet to see on the ball. Over 2 minutes into the game. Fake ceiling challenge by Zen. TRK slow playing in advance again. Just calculating what Zen's doing. Has him under pressure at the near post. But what a recovery by Zen. He's going to put in a 3rd goal as TRK overextends. He thought he had Zen on the ropes. Zen was baiting him in the entire time. The comeback by Zen has been a bit of a quiet one. Not the explosive offense that he so often destroys his opponents with. I think we forget at times just how smart of a player Zen is. He doesn't rely on peak aerial ability every single time he plays. Zen now with lots of boost to his name. Looking to double save TRK's all-in attack again. TRK's ran out of boost here, so Zen will be stopping him short of scoring. TRK going to try and continue the pressure. Zen up quickly. Not quickly enough to beat TRK to the punch. Very even back and forth here as both players try not to overextend. Try not to waste all their boost. Zen flicks across the goal. That's going to set up the boost steal. But TRK plays for the demo and catches Zen unawares. And now he's got a great approach. Backing Zen up into his net once again. Boost steal for TRK. This is a very scary position for Zen, but look how quickly he read TRK's intentions there. TRK will still have control of the situation. Zen keeping him guessing in defense, and that's a monster of a flick from TRK. In fact, far too much so, as Zen counterattacks. TRK and Zen refusing to leave the door open for the other with the low 50. They're refusing to give each other time to grab boost. TRK with 12, continues to attack. Zen with 12, defends the flick. Another low 50 attempt by TRK, blocked by Zen, but boost is starting to run dry for the Frenchman. TRK's got plenty, he's got a reset, mind game, and another 50-50 attempt. He's too early for the boost steal. That's going to respawn for Zen. An incredibly tense game, with extended periods of pressure for both players. And neither player able to find the breakthrough. Zen surviving, but not much longer. It will be TRK who spots an opening. He just called Zen's bluff on this one. Says, I don't think you can get back quickly enough for this. I think your boost is running out. And he's up by 2 again. Now Zen can't struggle with kickoffs like he did earlier on in the game. That one's going to go the way of TRK. Zen will be able to enter the position. Zen really struggling for boost here. TRK has put immense pressure on him in this game. It's not the shot TRK wanted though. Concedes possession. Zen will have 100 boost to get an attack going. Pretty tricky one. It's set off the wall by a bit too much. Zen's wall play denied just by a couple of centimeters there. Oh, but he's faked out TRK! Or did TRK fake himself? What on earth was this? Zen ended up ahead of the ball, but he had time to let the ball catch up to him. Because TRK completely misread the position. He thought Zen was going to play for the back corner boost. Instead, Zen just walks it into the open goal. 31 seconds to go. TRK still brutalizing the kickoff of Zen. He's just been the better mechanical player from the center circle so far. And as the final 20 seconds approach, we're into another midfield play. Close shadow from TRK. Zen wants the mind game. TRK just waiting for Zen to make a move. Zen's boost running out. TRK closes the gap. It's going to need to be a high-flying play from Zen in the closing stages here. TRK's all over him. And that is going to bounce up. TRK fakes it. Oh, what a play by TRK. Faked the pinch. Instead, he just drives the ball to the ground. But what on earth? Zen kept it up. Oh, he dropped it. What? It looked like he did the hard part. Somehow he denied TRK's block. He caught the ball. And then he dropped it. I don't believe what I've just seen. It looked like you were headed to overtime, but it's just not meant to be. If we take a look at the next rank post-game stats, it was just dominance from TRK with the field control. 9 saves from Zen. A defensive masterclass to be sure. But he did not catch the ball in the crucial last seconds, giving TRK the regulation win. Now, if you do want to check out the next rank, you are more than welcome to do so. It's a Rocket League course that is coming soon, made by myself and apparently Jack. Head over to thenextrank.com if you want to sign up for a 15% discount on release. Now, I've got to be careful. I was trying to do that read very quickly in the first stream, and I realized when I watched the VOD that when I say 15% quickly, it does sound like I might be saying 50, but I'll be trying to get it right this time. I can assure you that was always the intention. But anyway, let's get into game 2. Incredible tension between TRK and Zen. TRK looking to continue his great run of form that he's on. Took a loss to Vatira in Group A. Since then, he has been unbeaten. Zen spots an opening here. Well, like, look, how about this? It's pretty simple sometimes to get goals in Rocket League 1s, even at the highest level. TRK expecting Zen to air dribble out of defense, pre-jumped, and Zen just shoots it. Great read by Zen. He predicted the pre-jump from TRK, and slots in the opening goal. Now, will this be another goal? Yes, it will. TRK. TRK's scored a monster of a pre-flip own goal after failing to block Zen's kickoff goal. He knows, of course, if he leaves that Zen's going to score anyway, so he's trying to pre-flip and knock that ball into the back corner, maybe into the crossbar. At least get it clear of danger in some direction. But yeah, he just scores it. Great shot there by TRK. 2-0 for Zen. Zen makes it 3-0 now. Flip reset, mind game, and another goal very early in the play. We are just rolling now when it comes to Zen's offense, but notice that the real improvement that he's made since the start of game 1 is the kickoff game. We saw 2 back-to-back kickoff goals in game 1 for TRK. Now Zen is very much even, if not ahead in game 2, when it comes to kickoff possessions. This one goes away at TRK though. We're going to see lots of swings back and forth in this regard. Long gone are the days where a player losing a kickoff one time indicates an entire series of kickoff goals against them for the rest of the match. These guys have got deep kickoff repertoires to go to, and they're keeping each other guessing here in game 2. Back corner possession for Zen. Big boost secured. No late flip reset gathered on this play, but he doesn't need one. Zen dunks it over TRK. Right next to the goal line. Now, he didn't have a flip on this play, and TRK would have known that. But in an attempt to knock it over Zen, TRK plays it right into Zen's air roll, which was able to dunk him at the last second. TRK bumping Zen away from the play, then nearly catches him in the back corner with a demo. TRK now immediately switches sides. Notice that he just didn't give Zen any time to back off there. He switches sides, threatens an angle. Zen's done really well. Now, I talk a lot in 1v1 about how important it is to create angles with your dribbling, to make your opponent think about threatening shots and flicks and low 50s, mind games. But it's just as important to close down angles when your opponent is dribbling. You'll notice there that TRK, as soon as he crossed over to the other side of the pitch to give Zen more things to worry about, Zen closed the gap, and that's something I'd recommend for you guys to do as well. Don't worry too much about grabbing boost in the back corner. Try and maybe limit your opponent's options. Well, good luck limiting that one. Flip reset, ceiling double tap by Zen. TRK got a big piece of it, but it still crosses the line. That was just absolutely rapid by Zen. Crunches it into the top corner to go up 5-1. Now TRK trying to respond with a flip reset of his own. Zen deflects it into the post. Possession for TRK. Zen's pre-jump. TRK heard him. That's a brilliant response. A tough read, and he's missed it. TRK heard Zen's early challenge coming. He heard him jump. But in his attempt to outplay him quickly, he misread the double tap. And that was a really difficult read, to be honest. It was bouncing off the floor, upwards into the bar, at very close range, at high speed. But you can see the problem with missing it is that not only has TRK failed to score, he's also conceded. Now he'll need to pull off one of the biggest comebacks in 1v1 history if he wants to keep this game competitive. For those of you who are not aware, the biggest competitive high-level 1v1 comeback is 7 goals. So not quite there yet, but it could be 7 in a minute. It's now up to 6. We've seen just a handful of 6-goal comebacks in the entire history of the game. Just to put it in perspective, generally how difficult it is to come back from a scoreline like this, even with 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Can Zen make it 7? Yes, he can. TRK would be absolutely fine if he forfeited this. I wouldn't even call it tilted if he forfeited this. It is that difficult to come back from this kind of scoreline. You need to take risks on almost every play, and doing so just leaves you vulnerable to conceding again and again. Well, TRK does get 1 on the board. I know most of you would hate to be him right now with the scoreline going so strongly against him, but that's at least something that he can build on. More risks required for TRK. He's playing pretty standard in the kickoff still. But really, what can he do with such little boost against Zen, who put 9 saves on the board in game 1? Well, that's helpful for TRK. Zen's failed pinch just gives away possession. And of course, TRK will go all in here. Tries to air dribble it over Zen. In fact, he does. And we're back to a 5-goal deficit. TRK building a comeback here. The impossible comeback. Still, but that is a pretty good start. I'd love to see some fake kickoffs or something from TRK here. His standard kickoff's been brilliant today, but I want to see him get inside Zen's head early here with the kickoff game. Goes into the air again. He's got Zen with the air dribble bump. Zen recovers midair after being bumped and still gets the save. TRK will start again in defense after demoing Zen. What's it going to be this time? Ground game. Zen immediately challenges. Great read by Zen. Anticipating the slow play from TRK in that position. Oh, what a save though by TRK. That's bounced well for him off the back corner. And he scored again. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. He's on track. TRK is 3/7 of the way there. Now he's got 1 minute and 34 to go, so he doesn't even need to go completely all in yet. And you might have to in a second. Zen puts in a 9th goal. And that is the absolute worst thing that could happen at this point in the game for TRK. This is what I'm saying. I would love to have seen a delayed kickoff at some point for him, a fake kickoff at some point. At this stage in the game, I think that, you know, number 1, it could just get him a goal, it could get him a strong kickoff possession. Number 2, it would get Zen thinking about it. And that's what you really want right now if you're TRK. You want Zen to be overthinking his kickoff strategy, because clearly he's been very on point with the kickoffs in this game. And if you're going to go up against him, if you're going to score 4 goals in 1 minute 30 seconds, you need to get him to drop off in quality just a little bit. And that's clearly not happened. Really, my only criticism of TRK would be lack of deception with his kickoff game while he's attempting this comeback. Now, he might just be trying to save those tricks for later in the series. Completely valid if that's what he's trying to do. But the truth remains, you do need to try and get your opponent out of their flow state in a situation like this. And Zen is one of the players who I think is the most flowy when it comes to ones. A 10th goal goes in. Zen up by 6 once again after a brief comeback attempt from TRK. Zen has completely put to bed any thoughts of a comeback. We're merely in sort of a procession here, an extended celebration for Zen. TRK looks like he's going to play it out, which he's well within his right to do, by the way, for those of you who are wondering. Of course, he does leave Zen with more opportunities to make the scoreline even more ugly, though. Beautiful free play double there for Zen. It's not a free play double for most players, but for Zen, that may as well have been a free play. Open net. Very interesting change we've seen here. Now, think back to the Zen versus Moxie match that we saw at the conclusion of Group B. Zen dominated Moxie in 2 games from that series. Moxie was able to win 3 overtimes, 3 close games. Now, TRK's won a close game in Game 1 of this series, and now he's just been crushed in Game 2. So overall, Zen has been miles clear when it comes to goals, goal difference per game. TRK's been the more clutch player in the close game, which, of course, is incredibly valuable late on in the series. Still good to see that it didn't look like TRK was at all tilted there. It was nice to see him play that one out. We're just waiting for him to get back into the lobby here. Looks like he might be changing car or something. Do we have any highlights to run in the meantime, Ben? Oh, you want to... Okay, playoff bracket's perfect as well. Let's see what's happening elsewhere. Ooh, Roas Naufo 1-1. That's a matchup that historically has been heavily Roas favored. So Naufo is clearly on his game today if he's taking a game against a player who usually beats him. I think their rivalry is very one-sided. In fact, I would even go as far as say I don't think Naupo's ever beaten Roas. I'm going to double-check that for you guys right now. But I'm pretty sure Naupo's never beaten Roas. Game 3's commenced over there on Jorby's channel for Roas versus Naupo. He has all-time series score between Rawas and Naupo. Rawas has won 3 times. Naupo has never beaten Rawas. Game 3, Zen versus TRK. The first time these two have played a series. And just like many other matches that have happened so far in Salt Mine 3 for the first time, it's living up to the hype. But it was Zen who started stronger in Game 2. It was Zen who finished stronger in Game 2. TRK looking to put the pressure on him early on in this one. Zen, he defends the ball, defends the back corner boost more importantly there as well. That gives him the next attack. It's a ceiling double. Zen puts it top ins. Of course he does. His second ceiling double tap of the series. This one without the flip reset, but every bit as dangerous. You just really have no moment to rest in defense against Zen. The bursts of speed that Zen can produce on the ball are, in my opinion, unmatched in the world of 1v1 and probably even in the world of Rocket League. He just has full control of the ball, it seems, in any aerial position, and he can get it moving so much faster than most players realize. Well, luckily for TRK, he's in a very strong position here, so unlike last game, it's not a flurry from Zen, it's just the 1 goal. Zen with 2 saves, make it 3. A little bit of help from the crossbar on that last one. Quick circle around the box from Zen to grab small pad. TRK attacks again, this time with the low 50. Zen blocking absolutely everything here. Trying to bait the overextension from TRK, who's stolen yet another back corner boost away from him. Zen passes around the box again, make it do with small pads. Another save for Zen. TRK finally finds a way through, and that was about as controlled of a pressure play as you can get in 1v1 at this level. TRK did not overextend, he did not give Zen an opening to completely stabilize, and eventually, after I believe 5 saves from Zen, he got the equalizing goal. You know, that really did look quite difficult to break free. Zen at some point needs to try and take control of one of these touches or get a hard clear. It's got to be 50-50 or hard clear when you're boost starved like that. TRK does not look like he's going to overextend. Oh, what a play by TRK. Not going to miss that one. In fact, well, I tell you what, he hit it pretty close to Zen, but he does score it. Fake flip from TRK, quick recovery. Beating Zen to the punch. 2 Titans of Europe and Middle East are playing a very close game once again. Zen looking to tie. It's hit the inside of the post. That's going to give Zen the boost steal. Really not a bad outcome for him. Watch this 1 boost for TRK. He's cherishing it, but he's used it now. Might be wasted. I think Zen's missed the open net though. TRK will give him another look at it, but Zen misses that one as well, and he's missed the boost steal. Well, back-to-back-to-back misplays there from Zen. All small margins for error, but he really should have tied the game there. He will be the player back in control of the ball here. TRK is in a very good position though himself. Able to close the gap, able to contest. Keep Zen from having an uncontested setup here. TRK, beautiful control in the back corner. He's already picked up the back corner 100 a second ago, so that's a complete turnover of possession there from TRK. Oh, he's just dusted Zen again. A speed from TRK that have given him this goal and the last one. Zen thought he could beat TRK to this one. It's a clean beat for the Saudi Arabian. Very low scoring game compared to game 2, especially for this guy in blue. Unable to change that with the double tap attempt. TRK just has 12 boosts here. Not a lot of distance on that hard clear. Zen catches it well and punishes the mistake from TRK. TRK looking to clear that ball over Zen's head, and he did not get anywhere near the required distance. Perhaps wishes that he hit it into the back corner instead. 1 goal game. Zen's ball after the kickoff. He's got options here. Decides to cut in field and shoot immediately. Trk was ready for that. Look at the dodge and the demo from Trk, just floating over his big boost in the back corner there. Fully knowing that Zen was going to try and demo him as he landed. Now Trk's pre-jump way wide of the ball, but still recovers immediately and takes the ball away from Zen. Not the best shot there though by Trk. Both players have made mistakes with their shooting. Massive flick from Zen. It's hit the bar. Clean. Off he goes to midfield again. The mid boost is not there though. Looks like Zen was expecting it to spawn or even be there. Now it's Trk's ball. Zen having to make do with small pads. Both players running pretty dry. Even 50-50. But Trk gets the faster recovery. Now 50-50s, especially low 50-50s, have been so well defended in this matchup today. This time, Trk rolls with the ball. Zen rolls away from it. 48 seconds to go. Zen down by 2. Will be Zen's ball again though. This time, sets up the aerial play. Goes for it early. Trk dives in fast. This is very well defended by Trk, deflecting the ball safely to the back corner. That boost starves Zen. Trk dispossesses him and gets going in the other direction to score a 5th goal. That was just wonderful in defense from Trk. Deflected the ball to the back corner that did not have boost in it. That gave him time to grab the other back corner boost and close the gap again. Now Zen needs kickoff possession here. And he will get it. He's got the option to shoot first time, which he does. Trk going to waste a whole lot of time. What a save. Crossbar pinching it clear. Zen has to get going immediately here with the offensive play. Trk is consistently getting in the way of him. One more save should do it, and there it is. Trk has a double match point. Looking to go the fast track on his way to the final on this side of the bracket. Yeah, just like the first game of the series, a closer game and a game where Trk has out-pressured Zen, really backed him up into goal consistently. That seems to be a problem for Zen. When Trk gets him into goal, he seemingly can keep him there. And although Zen is putting up save after save, he doesn't have the counter-attack threat that he needs to stop Trk from eventually scoring. Now, let's see what's happening on Jorby's channel right now. Roas versus Naupo has gone in the favor of the underdog Naupo. Both of the group leaders are in trouble here. Naupo, who finished 2nd place to Zen in Group B, is winning against Roas. We might be about to see some rematches here. If Vatira and Moxie can advance as we expect them to later on today, we might be seeing some rematches. If things continue to go the way they are, Moxie would rematch Zen, this time with the loser being eliminated, and Roas would rematch Vatira. This is setting up to be an incredible day of Rocket League, but we're not there yet. Trk might be on double match point. Zen has the ability to win 2 games in a row for sure. It will be Trk first up in game 4. Early shot denied by Zen. Zen narrowly missing the demo on Trk there. I think Zen's just being forced to respect the speed of Trk on these turns here. Whenever Trk is turning to the ball, Zen is assuming he can get there. This time he's playing off Trk's touch instead of trying to beat him to it. He's reading the touch Trk. Trk realized too late there that that was not actually a contested ball. He thought he was going to need to hit that one. He, in fact, didn't. His hit just goes directly to Zen. Fake challenge by Zen. Trk not going to sit around to find out if it's real. Plays for the boost steal instead. He's got the reset. Oh, what a challenge though. Zen takes it away from him. Takes away mid boost as well. That was from a massive boost disadvantage. Zen doing something he really didn't do a lot in the last game. That's get out of defense when Trk forces him into goal. Both players preferring to pre-jump immediately as soon as the air dribble comes in. Zen bumps Trk on the landing and scores a 2nd goal. nothing TRK can do about that one. He was a sitting duck as Zen came in for the clattering blow. And a couple of people asking today, understandably, what's with the break and then all the other games happening? Well, the reason for the spread out games is essentially to keep the salt mine games on early days in the week, because there's a lot of 3v3 action in the off season. There's a lot of scrims, a lot of tryouts happening, of course, towards the end of the week, where 3v3 players and 3v3 teams are most active. So 1v1 is going to be early in the week. Yeah, we've just tried to fill the calendar with as much 1v1 as we could without stepping on anyone else's toes. That's the real situation we've got going on here. Not just to allow other tournaments to happen without Salt Mine being broadcast on the same day, but also just to allow players the opportunity to play in both Salt Mine and 3v3 tournaments. So first goal of the game for TRK, but now he's going to concede again. It's 4-1 for Zen here. TRK with a mistake after the kickoff. Turned a bit early, missing the mid boost. And that gave him no chance of escaping Zen. I think if TRK grabbed that mid boost, he would have probably been safe. Been able to get up that wall and away from danger. Not in that position. TRK will fire back with a kickoff of his own. This has been a pretty consistent problem for Zen every now and then. TRK, preferring to just chug along with standard kickoffs. I said in game 2 that if he wanted to make that comeback happen, I'd love to see some more diversity with his strategy. But I mean, he's showing the benefit of just grinding standard kickoffs here. Very, very tough to break him down. Battle of consistency. Zen now looking down to see where TRK is. Still wasn't able to time his landing perfectly. TRK nearly had him there. Zen controls the possession in the back corner. TRK not wanting to dive too much, especially with this much time left on the clock. But now here comes Zen with the flip reset from close range. The dunk blocked by TRK. The recovery is good enough. Zen was right underneath him. But TRK beats him to it. And what a save that was from TRK. Had to cover the initial shot and the follow-up block that Zen went for. That'll bring this back to just a 1-goal advantage. What are you guys saying? Roas is losing in game 4 as well. That's a massive upset if Naipo can win. Obviously, in terms of individual skill, they're pretty even, but just historically, Naipo's really struggled against Zen, who just seems to have an answer for his attack and consistently counter against him. So gonna definitely need to go back and watch that one later. Find out what Naipo's done differently today, what kind of Roas has shown up. Roas indeed has lost this one against Naipo, then we will be seeing him later on today, I think. Oh, no, actually, no, he won. That's going to be on Derby's channel. Well, lots of entertainment for Derby viewers. Oh, wow. Well, Zen finds a way through here. That looked like it was probably going to be TRK's ball, but Zen's flick was just too good. Huge power there by Zen. Really well done to flick it straight past him. Zen about to go up by 3. Another kickoff goal. Both players sticking with standard kickoffs pretty much all day today. And I'm sure, as most of you guys who watch my channel often know, when this happens, you do get more kickoff goals than usual. When nobody backs into a wave dash recovery kickoff, when nobody delays, nobody fakes, you're going to get very volatile kickoffs. And that is usually good for the player who's trying to make the comeback. Right now, that's TRK. Multiple mind games from TRK. Zen just plays the ball. It's so smart from Zen. TRK loves the double mind games, especially on the slow approach air dribbles. Zen not falling for that one, not even close, just ignores TRK's shenanigans and puts in a 7th goal. Will be an 8th goal for Zen as he's coming in. Naupo has beaten Rawas, sorry. So Rawas will be playing for his tournament life later on today. That is an incredible result for Naupo. He's straight into the top 4. We'll see him on Wednesday. See just how far he can go. Oh, it's a miss from TRK. He was very close range there. Looked like he had Zen in a precarious position, but he missed it. And that gives Zen a goal to make it 9-3. Now, TRK didn't forfeit when he was down by a similar score in Game 1. So, or at Game 2 it was. I expect him to play this one out. But of course, it is massively Zen favored from this point onwards. When TRK was down by 6 in Game 2, he had a lot longer to play. Yeah, Zen is just not falling for the mind games at all. He's just playing the ball. TRK is going to need to just try and get the ball past him at some point, keep him honest. Will Zen make it 10? Another double figures game against TRK would be something not many players have been able to say they've pulled off in their Rocket League careers. This is another mind game from TRK. This one will result in a goal. I mean, he's so convincing with it. Even though he's mind gamed Zen, or attempted to mind game Zen so many times today, he's still able to actually make it work. A very convincing setup there. Yeah, Rawas is not yet eliminated. All you guys who are asking about Rawas and what's happening next, he's not eliminated. He will be playing later today for his tournament life, however. That was his only non-elimination match. In fact, between Rawas and Naupo and the match currently on your screen, there will be no other non-elimination matches. Every other match today and on Wednesday will be an elimination match. Winner advancing, loser being sent home. So Zen sends us to Game 5. It's, I'm sure, what all of you guys wanted after seeing how close this series was setting up to be. We can confirm, if we take a look at the playoff bracket, that Naupo has sent Rawas into the semi-final. Like I said earlier, this should start to make sense as we populate the bracket. Naupo, with that win, gets to skip a round. Rawas will have to play that one round later on today against the winner of Vatira versus Khaled. That's going to be a really interesting match, regardless of where it goes, because, of course, Rawas beat Vatira in Group A, so Vatira will be looking for revenge there. But Khaled is another player that Rawas has been very strong against whenever they've played more recently, so he'll be looking to get revenge against Rawas as well, just like Naupo already did. Everybody trying to get revenge against Rawas today, which makes sense because he has been kind of dominant. Well, let's get into Game 5. Zen against TRK goes the distance. 2 close games in Game 1 and 3 have gone the way of the Saudi Arabian player. Zen has dominated the other 2. TRK starts off Game 5 with a confident aerial challenge. And now he slow plays into a dribble. Looking to transition into an air dribble bump there, actually. Zen closed that gap quickly enough. Zen's actually faked a shot here. That was intentional, but will it work out? TRK comes in to take the play away from him. And it looks like he's lost control as well. So both players briefly losing control there, resulting in continued possession for Zen. He's used a ton of his boost on that play. TRK not going to let it pass him. And again, slow plays with the setup for the dribble. And he gets going in a very straight line. Unlike TRK earlier in the series, not crossing over to the other side of the pitch there. Just a very straight line approach. Easily saved this time by Zen, but I mean, it's just more good defense to the other end. TRK has stopped Zen one more time. Will Zen continue to go into the air? You bet, of course he will. TRK stops him for the 4th time. Zen being frustrated here, but eventually he's found a way through. Nice run drive for both players. And Zen got the clean touch past TRK. TRK was looking for a 50-50 and he didn't get one. I really don't think TRK expected Zen to turn aggressively there. TRK slow playing so many dribbles out of defense. You know, really got Zen to commit, and it's going to be 2. Zen forces a bad save and pounces on it before TRK can get back. Now that might have just been open there for Zen. He went high with it, went for placement. That gave TRK a chance to recover, but it was still such a difficult shot to save. Zen looking to prove that Group B was the stronger of the 2 groups, even at the top end. We've already had a win for Group B, Naupo against Ruas. Zen trying to keep France on top. It's really Saudi Arabia versus France, featuring Oski in Saltmine 3 EU at the moment. And right now France have got the 1-goal lead, but TRK has done very well to score from that position. That's such a difficult position to really do anything from. He manages to weave his way around Zen, put in his critical opening goal. Now Zen, back corner control. Beautiful setup for the dribble. TRK dispossesses him, and TRK's defense has really been what's holding him in this game, making life extremely difficult for Zen. Zen trying to turn around early again, not once but twice. That's incredible aggression by Zen. And I really think it's these early dribbling plays from TRK that have made that happen. TRK will be delighted to see Zen's missed the low boost shot. Zen fake challenge. Zen trying to keep TRK guessing here. He's lunged in a whole bunch of times in a row there. He's expecting to see an adjustment from TRK to counter that. TRK is still just slow playing every single ball in defense. He wants Zen to back off here. He wants Zen to give him space. Zen is not interested in giving TRK any space. Pitch from TRK, goes back corner. Zen trying to keep the counter-attack threat alive here. Does not want to give TRK free boost. TRK spotted an opening to grab it. Oh, Zen's gone over it. TRK pre-jumped as usual, but he expected Zen to be air dribbling lower here. He went back, let go of boost, and Zen just went over his head. You know, that indicates his TRK was clearly expecting an air dribble bump in that play. No real reason to leave boost or let go of boost unless you're trying to let Zen fly past you, take the ball for yourself. Fake challenge from Zen, does not work out. TRK is going to air dribble the ball from one side of the pitch to the other. His follow-up shot is also unsuccessful. TRK's recovery is good. The shot sends Zen back into his net. Zen has been very effective in his net today. Blocks TRK again. He's got time boost to his name. Pinch clear from Zen. The recovery from Zen as well. And the ball bounces into the middle. Pre-flip secures the 3-goal lead. The defense built this attack, and it looks like TRK might have even bumped Zen into a recovery there. Bit unfortunate from his POV, but clearly Zen had escaped the danger. Now TRK is in a world of trouble. Zen trying to catch him pre-jumping there. TRK did not do so. Zen is just dominating this 5th game. He has read so many of TRK's slow plays. Did TRK telegraph those too often, too early in the game? Back corner boost for TRK. Zen gives him a high bouncing ball to play with and then pre-jumps to shut down the incoming play. And that was again just orchestrated by Zen. He knew exactly what TRK was going to do. Final minute, high bouncing ball. That's an air dribble. And Zen just pre-jumps to completely destroy it. 5-1. TRK needs a miracle from this point. He needs a kickoff goal. He's got a kickoff goal. Zen must be thinking, not again. Surely not. He's already conceded a 3-goal advantage in 15 seconds against Moxie. He just needs to get his hands on the ball and dribble it to safety, but he's not got his hands on the ball again here. TRK shoots immediately, and he scores again! Oh no! Zen is letting it happen to him for the 2nd time. He didn't think TRK was going to flip at that one, but TRK saw the opening, and he gets a great bounce off the near post. Now a 2-goal game is terrifying. 33 seconds, And a TRK possession is about to come towards Zen. That's a brilliant stalling touch though by Zen. Buys time to grab 100 boost, but now here comes TRK in the air with the flip reset, the mind game, the delayed shot, and it's perfect! Zen just cannot hold on to a lead in a game 5. What a shot by TRK. And this will feel like the longest 25 seconds in Zen's life, even if he does get his hands on the ball. What a comeback by TRK, and he's got control again. Fakes the mid boost grab, grabs back corner. Zen comes in for the possession. By doing so, he's almost own goal. Zen scrambling, trying to get the ball clear. He's managed his boost spectacularly given the situation. Can he get rid of TRK? He's left himself vulnerable for the bump, jumps over it. Zen trying to clear the danger, still managing his boost very well. TRK testing to see just how well he did, but Zen has done fantastically well there. TRK thought Zen must be out of boost. Zen had enough. And this time he does hold on to that 1-goal lead. Well, what a game. Zen versus TRK delivers in spectacular fashion. I think we definitely have to look back at the highlights of that one as soon as they're ready in just a few seconds. But wow, Zen advances. We'll see him again on Wednesday in the Final Four. Let's take a look at some of the Trk511 post-game highlights. Trk511, the official podcast of Salt Mine 3. Shout out to CJ and Riz, my co-hosts, for making this possible. And let us know on the Trk511 Discord who you want us to get on the show, what Salt Mine participants you would like to know more about in a long-form interview format. Heard Zen's been working on his English, so we, might be able to persuade him to make an appearance one day. Been grinding the English mechanics. He already speaks English, to be honest. He's great. But yeah, well played by Zen and TRK. What a series. Full of mind games. Full of mechanical peaks. I think really that shows us that TRK is a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. Zen might be the favorite at this point to take the whole thing. The winner of Group B, and now advanced into the top 4. We'll take a look at the playoff bracket in a minute, but first let's take a look at the post-series stats. Now, TRK dominated the first game territorially, even though it was a close 5-4 score. Yeah, look at those score lines in Game 2 and 4. Really, that's the standout for me. Is Zen, he just finds ways to dominate games, even against the best players in the world. He did this against Moxie, does it against TRK as well. When he gets rolling, he does seem like the peak 1v1 player, the peak player in the world. But TRK able to keep it super close, never giving up, trying to make the impossible comeback happen in Game 2, and nearly making the last-minute comeback happen in Game 5 as well. Let's take a look at the playoff standings and look at where these guys have landed. Like I said earlier, neither of these players will be eliminated. They are both going to advance, but the winner advances further in the bracket. And this is, of course, a reward for these guys finishing 1 and 2 in their respective groups last week. Zen goes all the way to the lower final there. Naupo waits in the upper final. That's single elimination for the top 4. And honestly, it's single elimination for everyone from this point onwards. Vatira versus Khaled. The winner of that plays Rawas. The winner of that will play Zen. Moxie versus Oski. Winner will play TRK. And the winner of that will play against Naupo. Absolutely ridiculous matches coming up later today. Next up on my stream will be Vatira versus Khaled. Moxie against Oski will be on Jorby's channel. And we do still have all of the other language streams live as well, for those of you wanting to watch Salt Mine 3 in a language that's not English, if you just want to hear someone else talk about the game. But I'm going to go get the next lobby ready. That's all for round 1. We'll be seeing Naupo and Zen not next week, sorry, on Wednesday for the top 4. But all the other players on your screen will be playing either immediately after this break or in 1 hour. So plenty of action coming up in Salt Mine 3 EU.